Okay, welcome back to the program for hour number two of you guessed it. Uh, yeah, I can see it right now. Part two of part two of a very special Noalia Thursday edition of LH Music World Wednesdays. So here's the thing I just know about this one, according to WhatsApp, and um, and this is what happens. You don't want to know about this. Well, we just got started because I did scroll about this one about last couple of months, or should I say last month in July, and I want to show you something about this one in June, or should we say scroll back in May until the season finale, as far as we're concerned, could be you know more life challenging and all that stuff because this is what happens about you guessed it back in May of 2026 about this Noalia thing because according to WhatsApp and all that stuff, scrolling and all this and all this one. Trust us. So that means we have uh, everything else we said last May, no rehearsal and all this one. So probably did this on purpose. So who knows? And of course, back in May of 2026. So, with that said about Noalia, about this one, and you have no clue whatsoever about this one. And this is what I want to show you something on WhatsApp, and it could be a huge, amazing cast because everybody has a huge schedule about this one. So who knows who still has about? So we got started last month during Noalia rehearsals at Trinity Episcopal Cathedral, and thanks to Laura Petrie knows about this one. So who knows could be Celeste about this one. So that's why I try to scroll on this one as we got started. After my 56th birthday about this one. This is when I'll show you something that the photos that about everything else could be Celeste about this. Uh, and forgive me about this. And I want you to take a look at this. These are the folders that Mark just made that thing up, and and you have no clue whatsoever about this one. So could be fail. This is the folder, all the red and purple folders out there, and you have no clue whatsoever. So Aaron Clark knows, Mrs. Panetta. I couldn't even pronounce it. She plays Mrs. Panetta, and I have no clue whatsoever. Now, LaShonda Adams, which I know her very well, plays God, and you have no clue whatsoever. So, what is Michelle characters? Could be Mapelde. No, Mapelde, yes. And she's also one of the ensembles about this one. But me, I did play Laurel about this one, so who knows give so less about these things that you already know about this one, according to WhatsApp and all this. So that means Lashonda and Alicia, Lashonda and oh yes, no Nola, yeah, my birthday girl. That's a sorry this week. She plays Queenie and all that. So who knows? But what about Alicia? Plays the role of you guessed that that's right, Noalia. And meant to say this, who knows who Celeste. But only could be expected to these thoughts about this one. So that was rehearsed this uh, last June about that. You know, I'm talking about New Life Presbyterian Church and all that. So who knows who's the list? So DeCab, yes, DeCavin Williams is the narrator for this opera play called Noalia, an opera of love, and you can see it. Everything else can be Celeste. But what about yes, these two uh, people knows about this one. So who knows? Yeah, Darian and Whitney. Uh, now Whitney goes to Trinity Episcopal Cathedral, and Darian sings with Opera Omaha chorus. And I have no clue whatsoever about this one. So who knows about Noalia? And so here's my observation about this schedule. We just rehearse this every single time about this one. So who knows who so all these things because no time at all about like going through this all this one and and everybody's bringing a huge contract about this one. So who knows? And because last month we did all of this one. So who knows who so about all playing those roles and all that stuff. And and I meant to say it's all good because not so needed about this one. So that means we let me show you this. Let's see. I'm gonna here it is. This is according to WhatsApp on this rehearsal, and I have no clue whatsoever about this one. So you can see about that as well. And I on my smartphone. So hope it does works well about all the scenes of Acts 1 and 2 for this thing. And I have no clue whatsoever. So could be reposted on this rehearsal schedule about this one because last couple Wednesdays a Wednesday night choir rehearsal time at Resurrection, and so is Trinity Episcopal Cathedral, and oh boy. But then comes a guest that Jermaine Charleston plays one of her siblings and all this one. And I don't know what her face is. Oh yes, uh, is yes it is. Mm-hmm. Yes, she plays Michelle, and it's all about. But Roy does Joseph Donet about this one. Could be a call time and all that. So Nola, Lashonda, Nastasia, and of course Alexia, Cashel, and you know what I'm talking about. This according to WhatsApp and all that stuff. So hope you can see this. So yeah. And what about MJ is whatsoever. And I'll tell you what the instruments is. It's gonna be a little bit of chamber orchestra as far as we're concerned about that as well. But this is huge on the chambers ensemble that so is Connor is you have no clue whatsoever. So here's why all the rehearsals stops and all that stuff could be civilizing this and but we have new cast members of Noalia and Opera of Love, and This is what I'm going to show you so that you ought to know by now, because that Laura just put things together as coral packets about this one. So this is what I'm going to show you something. You could even notice it yet. Starts with this is look at this. Can you take a look at this? Can you see about this one? Yes, that's right. So that means Jordan Bang, Michael Driver, which I know Michael Driver at North High School, and I know Eric and Doria Jordan knows about this one. So and all the dancers and all that. So could be the let me say this because this is the story of this one. It really makes sense about this one. So trust me, don't try this at home. But here's my observation about these things that you don't want to know about that as well. Oh yes, it has all the scenes about you guessed it. How many scenes do you got? People asking me this. How many scenes did you do? Whatever it is. This is what I'm playing is yeah, Noalia and siblings about this one and about this and talks about the funeral scene and the park scene and family scenes and all that because who knows? And look at Mrs. Panithnik sit out a term. Well, who knows? Can be civilized about this one. And Lashonda plays God, if you trust me, and, and all that, or wherever it ever happens. So who knows about this one? So that means upper chorus. You know that Laura Petrie just made that up and all that. So I guess it has a huge start to do this. So who knows? Give us the less about this one. And who knows? So that means we have a wonderful time rehearsing all the doing this rehearsals and all kinds of stuff. It takes time and effort about this one because you know what I'm talking about. Because tomorrow could be all this confusion about getting go to UNO's Strauss Performing Arts Center, and I am meant to tell you this could be full cast about Acts One because nine of them or wherever happens to this one. Well, you, everybody's so amazing about this one. So who knows who's so less about this one? So who knows about this? Well, and I would because everything else knows about celebrating birthdays. I think it's last month or whatever it is. It's gonna be Laura's birthday, and that means this month is Noah's birthday, and I'm so surprised about this one. So trust me, and and all that. So that means it takes time to do this for this Noelia thing, and I have no clue whatsoever. So this is the notes that everybody gets it about about this one. So or or anything else can be civilized about. Let me show you this. This is what that Darren's put notes inside this one. As you can see about this one, forgive me, there is all this it's on my smartphone and all this or whatever happens. You don't have to verify this. And don't try this at home for this one. And and this is gonna be huge. Because but according to Alicia, because tomorrow morning at 11 o'clock, This is what I suggested. Run this whole characterization again for the full performance starts at I bet it starts at 7:30. Show started. And doors will be open about this one, so who knows who's left. But because I would just want to take a look at this. Noalia, an opera of love. And you see this picture? Yeah, this looks like pretty. I choose purple. Yeah, especially Barney the dinosaur. Looks purple to me. And you can see Love University. Ah, yes, Love University. So that could be awesome. Okay, so this is what happens. We did this all the rehearsals at Trinity Episcopal Cathedral, and oh boy, it's a huge blast. From you guess it's 7 till 9, and that's why last weekend is gonna be 3 in the afternoon to 9 at night. So I'm not gonna turn into a pumpkin and all that stuff because oh yeah, I saw you. That means for those of you who know what I'm talking about and all that. So now well, that's really much it about this one, about Noalia's rehearsals at Trinity Episcopal Cathedral. I know it's gonna be huge. It's wonderful, especially that hot summer thing in the '90s. Oh, you don't want to do this, but who knows who survives? Well, anything else? I hope so. Anyways, let's start by explaining this about this overture, and Harry Urey is the opening journalist about this one. So all the characterizations and all that. So let's see. It was last Tuesday and all that stuff. You know what I'm talking about. Anyways, yes, all the characters and all this. Trust us. Trust us, and you know what I'm saying. Anyways, Cashel does this, and that means Jermaine Charleston plays Cashel, and Jordan Bang is wear his tennis shoes. Now he's wearing dress shoes. It'll be a huge surprise. Yesterday's rehearsal, it looks like Michael Jackson is first concerned about that. And all, you can see all those characterizations or anything else can be civilized about this one. And let's see. Oh yes, Harry Urey starts the opening monologue and went well about this one. And then the song that Eric Eric and Dorian and the rest of uh, singers does. Let's see. Yes, that's right. Yes, exactly. And they have a wonderful experience. They did a huge, wonderful performance, and then you don't want to know about this one because after this song, because it could be the funeral service, and thanks to D. Kevin Williams doing narrations. Oh yes, that's right, narrations, and of course did yes, me duele el corazón, which just means my heart aches. And that's why Alicia does Noelia, and the chorus, yes, knows about that. And then inside this park scene, Noelia does "What Is for My Life," and yes, Janice and Darcy just walking, just imagine you walking inside the parkway, or should I say park, and I have no clue whatsoever. So that That could be awesome. And then after this, the song "What Is for My Life," a family that stays together. That means Jermaine, I, Noalia, yeah, Alicia, and Roy does a wonderful job. I wish you could say it louder so the people can hear. As far as we're concerned, trust me, I wish. Yes. So we did family stays together. We sing yes, yes, just like we normally does, and you have no clue whatsoever. And then after this one, Roy says, "Now it's time to leave." Yes, as far as we're concerned about as Hora that this is it's time to say goodbye, and that's why Noelia and the rest of the opera chorus knows about this one. And then afterwards, you just have to sit out a term. Now, Aaron Clark plays Mrs. Panetanek, and I Panetanek, and you could be civilized or whatever happens. So, yeah. And then in a book, doot doot. I was like doot doot, whatever it is. Oh boy, it's a funny, fun song. So that means I. That means we did it, a cappella with my friends from Resurrection at the Belvedere. Yeah, Allison, and so is Seldon's, and so is Michelle and Jeannie. Yes, yes, that could be awesome. And the rest of Opera Omaha Chorus and Trinity Episcopal Cathedral, and and chorus members. It was a wonderful experience because we clapped about 8 times, like what, and then we sang, yeah, whatever it is, or whatever. So in that case, we did oh yes, act it's gonna be act one, two, three, four, five, six, seven. So yes, part six of the scene five. And Chan says, "If you trust me." Yes, Lashonda does this. Oh boy, has a powerful voice, alto voice, and you have no clue whatsoever. So it happens so fast. So I trust you, whatever it is. And because because I did to play all those parts about tornado storm, storm chasers, or anyone else, the music, and Whitney and Kevin does this with the others. So who knows? Then you guessed it, Nola and uh, Carol, and so is Alicia did. You guessed it, Queenie, Noah, Noalia, and Carol about it. Yes, two me Trovit verse about this one. Okay, here's the thing you don't want to know about this one. Gavin, which person you already know about that, he does a little bit of Broadway or anything else can be civilized about this one. But this plays Professor Lee Lundy and Tecris and Valdette. Yeah, of course, Carol does that as well, and so is Kelly, which I know her for years and all that. So it just this. All right, so that means the audition scene for Act Two and all that stuff, and Stacia and Dianette knows about this one, and I play all the parts as what you know. Who knows? Whitney and Darian does. if you dare touch him. So this goes to mind about this one. How still is my tree? Or you could say, how still is our trees, whatever it is. That means the quartet, me, Max, and Michelle, and D. Kevin, does a comical quartet singing with a little bit of quartet. Pretend it's a barbershop quartet, if you may ask. And Robert, I don't know what his face is. Well, I guess. I guess you know what I'm talking about. What was his face? I don't know. Well, and all that stuff. I could find his name, but yes. And but I'll take a look at this as far as we're concerned next time on a very special edition of Music's World Wednesdays, just before Omaha Symphony Chorus starts. You know, to be civilized. And I'll let Josh know about that because Jordan, yeah, lives in Ralston, Nebraska, so far away from me. You know what I'm talking about. But back to this Noalia, an opera of love. So who knows could be Celeste? How about, you know, how still is my tree afterwards? And afterwards is where is thy love? Alicia does high notes. But yeah, or she would say, where is thy love? Where is thy love? So who knows about this one? And of course, Robert does Fallen in Love. Could be a little bit of medieval, Baroque, jazz, and all that stuff. Because I know Dolores plays piano, a little bit of jazz, and all that stuff. So who knows? Knows. But what about Josh? Yeah, and so is Natalie, as far as we're concerned. And then the auditional results about this one. And I said, and Aaron, oh God, I cannot believe my eyes and ears. And you thought it was. So I'll just see, I'll play the part of this quintet thing, and it looks like because uh, I've been up and Michelle been's down. So who knows? But what about Kevin and Max? Well, they all done their parts about the acting and all kinds of stuff. So let's see. Yes, and then Stasia and Dionette take a look at the additional results and plays the yeah assistant props. I said, and I was surprised about this one. So who knows? And then Alicia take up just pretend it's the additional parts, and I have no clue whatsoever because she plays the leading part. Yeah, Noalia does the leading part and all that stuff. So as you can tell. And then Robert plays the second thing could be civilized. So Noalia and of course, yes, Robert has their own parts. So parts of this one. And I see this is what happened. So why? Why? You have no objection whatsoever. So you don't want to know about this one? Well, I guess you know about this as well. Okay. And finally, with all this happened about the funeral and park scenes and family stays at home thing and Love University things, all the parts of this production has been played and played out, and then all that really makes sense about this one. So I have no objection whatsoever. So who knows? So the finale scene is May be this. Could be love. Where there is love, love could be the finale. Yes, the big one. So who knows? That means you guessed it, Robert, and so is Noalia and Queenie. The rest of the dancers and the chorus has a big finale, and you can't imagine about this one. So who knows about you know all three of us. So I just want to give you a sneak preview of Acts 1 and 2 of Noalia and Opera of Love, and I meant to say it's all good. And thanks to D. Kevin Williams doing the narrations and all that stuff. And I meant to tell you this, it's it's gonna be wonderful. Trust me about that as well. And all the behind the scenes doing all the bits and pieces, doing vocal warm ups. Thank you, Laura. Laura Petrie. Yeah, yeah. I bet you know Laura Petrie from Oklahoma, and she's the director of music at Trinity Trinity Episcopal Church or Trinity Episcopal Cathedral. You know all that stuff, and all the wonderful musicians like just like Dolores and Josh and Juanisha and rest of the instrumentalists. All that. It's gonna be wonderful. But what about the bell choir? Oh, fabulous! I can ring hear I could hear bell rings and ugh, just as far as we concerned. So maybe just I don't know by now, but who knows who's the best about this one. Okay, so if we get all that squared away about all this rehearsals and all that stuff, because tomorrow, guess what? The big one. That's right, the big one that you ought to know by now about. Guess what? All the performance, and then afterwards, call time at 5:30. Oh, that could be awesome. And that means and the costumes, all the props, and all that stuff, changeables, and all this behind the scenes. And I bet they have microphones. They have been mic'd about this one. So we test this on this one tomorrow morning, and rehearsal performance starts at 11 o'clock. And then afterwards, call time when the doors are open at 7 o'clock. Showtime 7:30, and it's gonna be cool about this one. So and it's gonna be brilliant about that as well. So who knows? Okay, let's see. Let's see. Yes, Carol Champier. Yes. Now I want you to take a look at this. This is Carol Champier on my Facebook page, and it's you can see it for yourself. I got this. Let's see. All this one. And uh, take a look at this. Uh, and this is Aaron Clark. Well, that really makes sense about this one, not this one, or anything else gives us. So that means intrigue. You see this last May for this Noalia and Opera of Love could be huge. So wonderful. So take a look at these pictures that you don't want to know about this one. So about this one. So let's break this down. Let's just take a look at these pictures so you can see it as well, and could be the scene parts and all that stuff. And all the bells and all that stuff. Trust us. And and by the way, that's me. I was standing next to Jermaine and Roy, and then Alicia take a bow. Is taking a bow. Oh yes, that could be smart. And let's see. Oh yes, this guy. Oh boy, this guy, gentlemen, this guy who plays Robert has a wonderful voice. So, oh God, he hits high notes and all that stuff. So who knows about this one? And there's Laura Petrie teaming up with those chamber music musicians and yes, and the bell choir, yes, from First United Methodist Church at 72nd and Cass Street. Records from Central Park, so no, Central Library. Oh boy, it's gonna be huge. And and you have no clue whatsoever about this one. And I give you these two. Give you two more. And I want you to take a look at this. This in a wheelchair, you have no objection. And this is a pretending to this apart. And then Lashonda does this. Oh gosh. And who knows about this one? I don't know who she is. You have no clue whatsoever about this one. So and I and all that. So yes, this is fabulous, and you have no clue whatsoever. And thanks to you guessed it. That's right. Yes, Carol Champier. It's gonna be awesome that you don't want to know about this one, and and you have no clue whatsoever. So who knows? And I was trying to show you something. Oh gosh, who would have thought that free debut of Noalia and Opera of Love and Sign is on this one because who knows, it could be original or whatever it happens. So trust us, and you have no clue whatsoever. And then all that pictures and all that stuff. And Langston does a huge, wonderful job about this. This guy is wonderful. I mean, seriously. But the person who wrote this, yeah, according to Flatwater Press, yeah, that's right, Adam Vega. And if you want to know about this, a long time coming about this one and all that stuff. I want you to take a look and listen to this right before your very eyes and ears, and I want you to listen to this a little bit, but it's gonna be huge. Listen, listen to this. Gonna be. Um, I just want to listen to a little bit, according to Flatwater Press website.
An Opera of Love, a 23-year-old passion project that finally premieres August 14th at the University of Nebraska at Omaha's Strauss Performing Arts Center. The independently produced two-act opera about sacrificial love is an artistic manifestation of the one thing Jean-Pierre has never lacked: perseverance. Noalia is both the vision of one woman and an ambitious family affair, featuring three generations of her classically trained family. Jean-Pierre conceived the story, wrote the script, also called a libretto, and scored the music. For good measure, she's also its designer, costumer, producer, and craft services person. Jean-Pierre first conceived Noalia in 2003. It came in a dream, she said. Her mother, Nola Jean-Pierre, watched as each song developed, and the story came together piece by piece. The characters possess elements from people in Carol Jean-Pierre's life, said the elder Jean-Pierre, who plays Queenie, a role inspired by Nola's own grandmother.
Wow.
Moments in the play mirror real life, such as the opening scene, which takes place in a cemetery after a funeral. Carol Jean-Pierre, a powerful vocalist capable of seamlessly moving from classical to gospel, R&B, soul, jazz, and pop, often gets asked to sing at funerals. She has lent her expressive voice to solemn services more times than she can count. One reason the opera was so long in progress stemmed from Carol's desire to do it herself, said Nola Jean-Pierre, a respected vocalist in her own right who has served as featured singer at the St. Cecilia Flower Festival since its inception. I think she felt if she released that to someone else too much it would lose its meaning, particularly to her, Nola said. She's had to nurture it herself, each scene, each character, each song. So it has been an undertaking. The undertaking was evident during a March 2025 rehearsal, before its planned spring debut got pushed back. Over the last year, events again compelled her to postpone the opera's premiere. On the purple Lenten cloaked altar at Church of the Resurrection in North Omaha, Carol, some cast members, musicians, and visitors joined hands in prayer to bless the project. Then, at the piano, she gently asked her two leads to spark. Carol's daughter, Alicia Rochelle Finch, as the titular Noalia, took instructions in stride. Cousin Quentin King, then cast as her romantic interest, found his parts sliding scale from baritone to falsetto with Jean-Pierre's patient coaching. An organ player underlined the melody, while a keyboardist added decoration, the music variously echoing Mozart, gospel, and jazz. The only person missing that March night was Nola Jean-Pierre, who was in Los Angeles tending to funeral arrangements for a relative to whom she had provided end-of-life care.
Wow. I bet she's in LA.
Jean-Pierre
Juno
tradition.
Susulas.
At the rehearsal, folks feasted on salmon croquettes, greens, mac and cheese, and peach cobbler, all prepared by Carol Jean-Pierre. Jean-Pierre's an equally generous host at her midtown apartment, which also serves as music studio, rehearsal space, community enrichment center, and church. Along with more recent events and her desire to helm the creative process, life has conspired to delay Noalia. She had no voice left to sing after the death of her 34-year-old son, Emil J. Finch, last year from a brain embolism. It was another marker in Noalia, having sprung, Carol said, from a lot of things broken around me. When she was a young child, Carol Jean-Pierre said, she was molested. As a teen, she said, she survived a gang rape. Faith and forgiveness helped her heal, as did art. Noalia emerged from the pain. God started writing my hand. The words came first in poetic fashion. Then I started going to the keyboard to find out how it should sound.
I'll just give you a little bit of snippet about this one. So who knows? So thanks to Leo Adam Biga who wrote this story. You see this, you have to share it on Facebook and wherever it is. So who knows, give us a list. And you want to, and if you want to see Carol, yes, yes, mm-hmm. that was wonderful. So who knows? Give some rest. And okay, to wrap this up, because like I said, tomorrow doors should be open about, yeah, you guessed it, at about, you guessed it, 7 o'clock, and starts tomorrow. And free tickets are so sold out. It can't be reserved by emailing. You guessed it. You can email Carol Frenchie one at gmail.com, and that's why we are waiting to see Noalia and Opera of Love. It reveals to this one, so who knows gives to us. And I got a huge poster about this one. This it could be small or whatever it is, but I want to take a look. I want you to take a look at this. So you can see it right here, only on only at UNO's Strauss Performing Arts Center. Is that, I guess that's 63rd, 63rd, you guessed it, Street, which is the University Drive in, yes, and in Omaha, Nebraska. So you can check this out for yourself. To be a original opera. Does Carol Jean Pierre does compositions and librettos and all that stuff. To be expresses about this wellness of truth, and glad you did. So it was a blast, but somebody's gonna do it. But who knows about Noelia and all that. So thank you. So I just want to say thank you. I really appreciate the thought that counts. So who knows who's the last, but who knows. Thanks to Nola. Uh, uh, oh yes, I'm so speechless. Thanks to Nola, and so is Janice and Dorsey Selden and the rest of my resurrection singers. And so is Whitney from Trinity Episcopal Cathedral, along with Laura Petrie, director of music. And so is Whitney from Opera Omaha, and D. Kevin Williams and Harry Urey and all the cast members. And so is the opera chorus and crew. And I have no clue whatsoever. I'm so thrilled to doing this. Well, who knows who's doing this Laurel thing, and I have no clue whatsoever. And I acted all kinds of parts with the quintet and all that, and family, siblings, and all that. So it should be fun. So that's all I can say. Just a little bit of tidbit of about this one, Noalia and Opera of Love, and you check this out for yourself. It's a free concert, but somebody's gonna do it. But who knows if so is. So with that in mind, just check this just check this out for yourself. Tomorrow night at UNL Strauss Performing Arts Center. It starts because the doors could be open at 7 o'clock. And so is the show starts at 7:30. And I am thrilled to do this with, yeah, Noelia cast members and so of course and crew and all the behind the scenes put into work. And I have no clue what's it, and I have, oh boy, you don't want to know about this one. So who knows who's to us. So that's it for now. So we have to say goodnight, but who knows? For this very special Thursday edition of, I guess that, very special Noelia Thursday edition of LH Music's World Wednesdays. So who knows who's to us? And we're gonna do this again next Thursday for a very special edition of LH Music's World Wednesdays. And we're gonna wrapping things up with Noelia and Opera of Love, and I'm glad you did. So who knows? But anyways, let's get out of here. So who knows? Give us a list. It won't take long, but who knows? Anyways, like I said, don't forget the Facebook and follow LH Music. And you guessed it, Facebook, or to Parlor, and and all that. And you know my username, LLHMusic time, and it's gonna be perfect. And don't forget check the website, and I'll be posted later on tonight as well. It's gonna be lhmusicsworld.weebly.com. So it's my Facebook page as well, and take it from there. So who knows? Give us a rise about this one. But anyway, so we gotta get some people